Okay, everybody, I'm making a quick video for those that are already in the Finding Blueberries app and those who are thinking about getting the Finding Blueberries app to show you the updates in the app, to outline the purpose of the app and simplify that for you, and then give you some ideas on what you can do with it. Now, before we jump in, I want to outline broadly what the purpose of the app is. So I've spent the last 5+ years understanding the science of connection. What we know is that our sense of clarity, of purpose, of strengths, of experiences, what we value in life is strongly correlated to our sense of connection. The more connected we feel, the more easy it is for us to identify what our strengths are, what our abilities are, what our impact is with others. And it's those things that we're trying to amplify through connection in the app. So what you'll see is different reflections built off the Finding Good framework for asking questions that allow individuals to see, here are the good things that are happening in my life, or the things that are valuable that are happening in my life. Here's the strengths and skills that I'm using that are creating these valuable things happening in my life. And here is the impact that I'm having on myself and those around me through the strengths I'm using and through the experiences I'm having. And it's those three that we're looking to amplify for three different purposes: for the goals we're trying to reach in the future, for the past events that we've been through, so we see clearly how we've done it and what impact it had, and for our daily focus. And it's those three things that we're going to outline in the app itself that show you how we're amplifying it through these reflections. So now I'm going to take you into the app real quick. And I just want to say that what you're seeing here will continually evolve. This quick reflection likely will go in the daily, and you'll see a video here similar to the one I'm doing now that walks you through. But if we tie back down to what's the good things that are happening, what are my strengths and skills that I'm using, and what is the impact it has on others, that will guide you through all three types of reflections. And the three types of reflections, similar to what I had just said about goals I want to achieve in the future, goals I've achieved in the past, and what I'm doing in the present, are outlined in these three sections. The foundations is about where I'm going. Why that says foundations, you'll understand a little bit more when we jump in. Milestones, these are improvements I've made in the past, where I've been confident in the past, what I've done well in the past, challenges I've got over in the past. And daily is what is happening now. What are the good things happening now, or the valuable things happening now? What are the strengths I'm using now? And what is the impact I'm using now as well? Those are all built on what we call the Success Math Foundation that is kind of just embedded in all of these things. And so just to outline really quickly, like the daily summaries, you can go and see different weeks. And when you jump into these summaries, you'll see each day you get essentially three questions. What went well today? What was your part in making these things happen? And who or what improved because of you? Now, if you jump in here, you'll notice that there's some additional questions that help you think through that what went well isn't just what are the great things that happen. It's, did you get up after a challenge? Did you push through something hard? Did you do something you're proud about? Did you learn something? Why it matters is in there, best practice is in there, and then you fill this out and go to the next question that has a similar outline. Once you're done with all three questions, you hit generate, and it generates a summary like this. And that summary is there for you, but it's also for you to share with someone else. Because if you think about it just for a moment, right? Like you're able to clarify your day, and maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's a teammate, maybe it's even your coach shares their summary with you, right? You're going to be engaged in learning from theirs. There's going to be engaged in learning from yours. And then each day you'll start looking forward to each other's summaries, not just because you get to express what you've done and why it mattered, but you get to see what someone else has done and why it mattered to them. That's the daily. But what builds into the daily is the milestones. And we start with core milestones, where you start to reflect on a meaningful goal you've accomplished. What's one big goal you've achieved? Where have you been able to accomplish this? Who or what improved because of it? And as you jump in here, you'll see that it follows a similar, you have additional questions to answer. You go through 3 rounds of this. And once you've done 3, you create an impact summary. that outlines, here is the goal you achieved, but here's the impact you had on yourself, the impact you had on others, and impact you had on the world. And again, this is a summary you can share with others, you can keep for yourself. But now that you have an impact summary and the value summary for the daily, you're starting to see overlap in themes. And that leads us to the third area where it's the foundations, and this is about where you're going. So a goal you'd like to achieve, very similar questions. What is a goal? Why is it important? When have you done it before? What strengths and skills did you use? What improved for others? And so this is building off what we're doing in the milestones to help connect. Here's where you're going to here's what you've done. And that creates this summary that's a bit different, that now focuses on what you're trying to do, where you've done it before, how you've done it, why it matters, and some ideas for looking ahead. That is another opportunity for you to share. Now, I just want to quickly outline those three things. Now, there'll be more videos in here for what to do, but why I wanted to walk through those is to show you broadly how the app and connection works. The idea of finding blueberries is around this idea that, like, we survived in packs. And when you ran off to find blueberries and came back, we didn't just need the blueberries. To survive as a pack, we need to know how you found them, where you found them, how you didn't get killed by the bear. And you actually need us to ask you those questions as well, because if we don't, just like you did in your last goal, when you come back from achieving something, your brain is designed to focus on what you could have improved, what you screwed up on, and what you didn't do well. And so what we're doing in this app is, through your reflection, you're able to see it with the AI generation through someone else's eyes. And through sharing it, you're able to see somebody else's experiences of finding their own blueberries through their eyes while they see it through yours. So while the reflections are great and the questions are fantastic and the summaries you build will give you insights as to what you can do and where you go, it's the connection, the sharing of summaries with other people, taking these conversations and having them in real life with other people, and then recording what happened, that is the real power of the Finding Blueberries app. I hope this helped you get a little start in it. There's going to be many more webinars and tutorials about how to use it and what you can do with it. But I really encourage you to jump in, do a few reflections, and start sharing it with people. There'll be opportunities to share in the app. Some of the other certified guides will reach out to you to offer you opportunities to share in what we call packs within the next week. But most importantly, in engaging these questions, take the time to understand that your inherent value does not change regardless of what's happening outside of you. There is benefit you can provide to the world. There is value you can create in the world, but just because the world isn't seeing it right now doesn't mean that you don't have it in you. We are designed as individuals, as human beings, to clarify our value in the pack. We just live in an environment where we don't seem to have that opportunity all the time. Finding Blueberries app is your opportunity to do that at 2 or 3 minutes a day. And I promise you, you find other people that are willing to share back and forth, that trust, that engagement, that resilience that you need to be able to do what you need to do at your highest level will start to grow, even if you're sharing with people you don't know. So I am so excited to have you in here. I'm so excited for the updates. I look forward to chatting with you, and please jump in, get a little dirty, and let's build some connection.